Update. WIBTA if I let my nephew call me dad because he's ashamed of his parents? Original post. https www.reddit.com/r/AmITheAsshole/comments/qoykcr/WIBTA if I let my nephew call me dad because he's. First of all, I would like to thank you all for your replies, suggestion, and even personal stories. I really appreciate all of them. As per majority, or maybe even all, of the comment, I took Danny for an ice cream after school and really talked to him. Many of you speculated that he was mostly frustrated by the lack of concrete parental figure in his life. And it boiled over in a very stressful situation. And you were right. Poor kid was so terrified when I asked him. And I felt like shit. How did I not see this for so long? We talked it out until both our ice creams are melted. And I'm so proud that he's willing to talk it out with me. Even if it makes me a little sad to hear such grown-up words coming from such a young kid. I think the exact resolution of whether he's calling me dad is a topic to be discussed over the course of many months, maybe even years. The most important thing is that I told him that I love him like he's my own son. And that when I talk about him to my coworkers I call him my kid and my Danny because that's what he is. And also because there's at least 2 other people in my office with Danny of their own. But mine is the best out of them all. I told him that, even if he's not comfortable calling me dad at home, he's free to do whatever it takes to protect himself. If he has to call me his dad at school so kids won't tease him, I'm glad I can help him. There's nothing to be ashamed of from not having a mom and a dad at home. But if telling people you do will get them to leave him alone, then by all means, do it. I also sent an email about that last part to his teacher. She's new. This is her first class ever. I understand making mistakes. And she seems eager to steer her class to the right direction. And I'm all for turning this into a good learning experience for everyone. I mean, I fucked up too. Even if my intention was good, I still failed to see his needs through over my idea of doing what's right. To that end, I'm currently in contact with a child counselor, mostly to ask a trained third party for advice in dealing with my brother and Sil. Preferably before Christmas. I'd also like to keep that option open just in case, since some people wrote about potential traumatic outburst, which I think is a reasonable thing to prepare for. I guess that everything from me. Once again, thank you all for your help and care. Duh. Of course your Danny is best. Congratulations for good talk. Keep up good parenting. I would also talk to the school about not assuming every kid has parents. It's very common for kids to have parents who are separated, deceased, to be raised by a single parent, their grandparents, older siblings, aunts, uncles, parents of the same sex. Like in this day and age, a teacher asking a student's kids to write about their parents, instead of write about the person who raised you, someone you admire, shouldn't still have to be said. And there should absolutely be a zero-tolerance policy on teasing a kid because they don't have the nuclear family dynamic. OP's situation really isn't unique in many ways. We're long past the days where the nuclear family unit is the norm, so that school really needs to revise its policy on how to refer to families because there was no reason for Danny to have been put in that situation in the first place. Well, I know this Danny has an awesome dad, so I'm rooting for him on the Danny Olympics. Congratulations, Op. Aw, this is a great update. And you're a great dad to your Danny regardless of the title you guys end up going with. I'm so happy he has you in his life. I think you guys should make ice cream socials a regular occurrence and just dish in any drama going on. Having it be a steady bit informal time to talk openly with you seems like something he'd benefit from. It shows a lot that he opened up so much to you. Best of luck in your futures. Both these posts were really wholesome to read. Op. From a child of divorce and a father of two. The thing you're doing incredibly well here is being genuinely caring and considerate. If he doesn't already, he'll see you as his dad soon enough. You are doing so well. My God, this is wholesome. I wish you nothing but the best with you and your Danny. Coming from another Danny, yours is definitely better. This is just the best kind of update. Danny is very lucky to have you. You're both learning and growing together. Not assuming every kids have parents. At my library, when a kid with an adult present asks me if they can get a library card, I tell them they have to bring their grown-up. Saves a lot of potential awkwardness. Oh dear, your story somehow restored my faith in humanity. All the best to you and your Danny. The most important thing is that I told him that I love him like he's my own son. In your original post you said you had legally adopted Danny. That means he is your own son. You are legally his parent and your brother and Sil have absolutely no parental rights. That is a line I suggest you hold strong for Danny's sake. I'm happy to hear that you were able to talk this through with him and have a plan in place. I wish you and your son the best of luck. You seem like a wonderful human. Danny is a lucky kid. Fantastic update, my friend. It's on your radar now. So you'll notice things faster. A therapist will help a lot. And don't be afraid to shop around until your Danny finds one he really connects with. Good job, Papa. Right on. I am glad this is moving towards resolution. Also, just a piece of advice. Make sure to know all your son's school's policies regarding bullying, and what the school is and isn't supposed to do. Especially with a new teacher who might not know all the policies and rights of the kid, the parent, the school, and the teacher. Personally, I would be shocked if his teacher didn't know the policy. Cheers. Mate. We all fuck up from time to time. But the key is learning from it, and it seems you did much more than that. What you did after more than makes up for it. What you're doing for Danny is truly amazing, and this really brought a tear to my eye. Well done you. I would love to have a dad that talked about the why. You are an amazing dad. To do all that for your nephew. As long as you keep on talking, you've nothing to worry about. He is your son and he sees you as his father. Heck, you are his father in every way. I'm gonna say this again. You're an amazing dad. You did great. I'm glad your son has someone who really takes care of him. You sound pretty great. Not to spoil a happy update, but if they got 20-year sentences 5 years ago, you might want to start thinking about what happens when they get out. If you haven't already, have you been in contact with them at all? You're probably set legally after adoption. But that doesn't stop things like family drama from coming up, or from them reaching out to him. Thinking about and preparing for this stuff early can be a good way to protect yourself and your son from future drama. Unfortunately, I was able to comment on the original post, but I actually have gone through what your son is feeling. My dad has been in prison since I was 7 months, and it was just me and my mom till I was 11 and she met my stepdad. I am not going to lie. Having him around but knowing he wasn't my dad even at 12 to 17 really hurt me. I wish my stepdad would have talked to me the way you did with your son. because my sadness over my bio dad being away turned into anger. It was misdirected anger at everyone because I was carrying so much sadness of the missing dad. Figure when all the other kids had that. And I felt so ashamed and sad being left out. The talk you guys had could have prevented so much for me had someone just ripped the band-aid off and heard the things. That might have made them feel sad and uncomfortable. You are a great dad and your son is so lucky to have you. Love this update. When it was time to stand up, Op stood up. Danny will remember this for the rest of his life.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.